Hello everybody and welcome to this video of myself and Simon Bates.
Hello.
And we are looking at the Yamaha custom necks, and specifically we want to talk about the different finishes and materials within one model, for example. So there are 3 models available, the C1, the E1 and the V1. And within each model there's 4 finish options. You can have gold lacquer, so standard, silver plated, solid silver, or gold plated. So what we've done is we've picked out one of the models, the E1, which is the sort of middle of the road, standard, straightforward central design kind of thing. And we've got that in a few finishes, and we're gonna just get Simon to play them and see what we think. So first up, this is just the E1 in the standard lacquer. And actually, sorry, Simon, just before he's ready. We'll just point out Simon's using his 875 Yamaha silver plate, and we'll try it obviously on all. So let's give this a try on the lacquer. Okay, so just as we swap to the silver, Simon, just how does that feel? Usually the lacquer's kind of a bit of everything, not too bright, not too dark. Is that fair?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good all-round, probably slightly more jazzy than I would expect from a brighter silver or silver-plated.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well, that's it. The silver is often a little bit brighter. That's what, if somebody asked me what does it do, that would generally be the answer because of how the plating sort of resonates, should we say. But let's have a little toot and hear that. So how do you feel that silver plate varies from the lacquer?
Yeah, it's quite subtle, but it is brighter with a bit more presence, that's for sure, yeah.
Yeah, so, but it is perhaps, like you mentioned there, Simon, it's a fairly small thing. So that would be something we would encourage you to try and see if it makes a difference. It might depend on your mouthpiece. Obviously, Simon's sax used to be silver plated. No, it is silver plate, but you can see how well worn this is from the silver plate on this one. But let's now try the solid silver.
Worn or used?
Well, both. Let's try the solid silver because this is quite a leap up in price. And you know there are solid silver saxophones available. For example, Yamaha make one, and it's very heavy. And solid silver generally is a heavier material. It's harder to make, so it's actually harder for them to shape and it's more expensive. That's why there's a leap. But it'll be interesting to see maybe what that weight does to the sound when we add it to this sax. So is it fair to say perhaps there's a more marked difference there between the solid silver and either the plating and the lacquer?
Absolutely, yeah. It's more depth of the sound, more weight, a bit more brightness, more all-round zing, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah,
it's kind of that feeling of resonance, perhaps, isn't it? When you play, it feels a bit more alive.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Now, the finish we don't have here is just at the moment is the gold-plated one, and I know you use a gold-plated model. And you have done on alto as well. So
yes, yeah.
Where do you think, or how do you think the gold plate differs from the solid silver?
The gold plate will give you a bit more warmth, but I think also a bit more depth to the sound. With this, it's bright and it's brash and it's kind of, it's in your face, I guess. This is the sort of thing you want if you want to be noticed.
Yes.
Orally, of course.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. Not just with a shirt like
yes.
that. So yeah, the gold plate is worth a try and solid silver. But I think fundamentally, this concept of changing the neck to alter your sound is an interesting one because you used to have to change brands. Sometimes you'd have a Selma neck on a Yamaha, blah, blah, blah. Yamaha have been really sensible about thinking about the mechanics of how they work. So for example, this can go onto any model from the 480 upwards because of how they design the neck. And if you have an 82Z or even a 62, actually that would be a really good example, you could really crank up the quality of the sound by adding a solid silver neck.
Absolutely,
yeah. And you don't have to go out and buy a new saxophone, you don't have to change the mouthpiece if that's what you're already comfortable with. So do think about changing the neck as a good option if you want to change your sound up a bit. Cool. So maybe do you want to give us a little bit more out on that solid silver one, Simon?
Of course.